Welcome to Toy Polloi.
Hello and welcome to Toy Polloi. It's a lovely sunny October morning. It's October the 8th, 2017, and I'm here at the Bath and West Showground, and it is another toy collectors fair. Now, according to Bulldog's website, there should be over 240 stalls here, so that's a good amount of stalls to go and have a look around. Hopefully I'll be able to find something to add to my collection. I have nothing that I'm really looking for at the moment, so really I just want to see what is out there, and if there's any good bargains, I'm going to pick them up, and hopefully I might even find some parts for some projects that I'm working on. So let's go toy hunting. So that's it. That's another toy fair over. It's actually a pretty good one today. There's an awful lot of stuff there, a lot of stalls really. So it's really worth rummaging around. I've been there for over 2 hours this time. I picked up some nice bits that I can use for future restoration projects, and some other little bits that I just wanted to add to my collection. And I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who's actually stopped me and said hello, and that they watch my videos on YouTube. So thanks to everyone who stopped me. It's really nice to actually meet some people who watch my videos and enjoy what I do. So let's head on back to Toy Polloi, and I'll show you what I got. I'm now back here at Toy Polloi, and we can take a look at the bits I bought. Obviously the fair is on every few months, so the next one's on at the 10th of December, as you can see here, so I'll be going to that one just because it's so close by to where I live, and it's always worth checking out. Now obviously every time I go to the toy fair, it's obligatory for me to buy a He-Man or a Skeletor, so guess what I bought? A He-Man and a Skeletor. Now I picked these up from a stall. They were £2 each. The Skeletor is in fairly reasonable condition. I think his rotating springy bit is broken. You can hear because he's rattling inside, but it's good to go in my army, even if he's in this sort of sorry state. He's a little bit dirty, as you can see there. His face is pretty messed up, but that's perfectly good to go in my army. And then there's a He-Man as well. This is a battle armor version of He-Man. His face is pretty worn and someone's chewed his fingers, but the good thing about this He-Man is the battle armor does actually work, and you often find these with the armour not working. So I think I'm going to take this guy to pieces, swap his arms out, swap his head out, and I'll make a nice He-Man with the working battle armour, because you really don't see those that often these days. It does tend to be broken. And the next thing that I bought is a snow speeder, or at least the remains of a snow speeder. This was £10. It's a little bit overpriced really for what it is. I'm used to paying a lot less for these, but it does have a couple of bits I need for a customisation and restoration projects I hope to do in the future. I've been collecting the remains of some snow speeders recently, and most of them have bits missing, but this one has 2 bits that I do need, which is the rear gun, this little engine. I could have done with 2 of them, but 1 is good enough, and also the cockpit cover here. So for £10, that's just about worthwhile really, because buying those parts at the moment is pretty expensive. So it's not in the greatest of good conditions, but it will go in the box with all the other sort of spares bits I have, and I should be able to get enough parts off this and other bits that I have and make a nice snow speeder for some customs that I'm planning to do. I want to add lights and extra bits to a snow speeder because there's an awful lot of space inside this that seems to go to waste, so that's a future project I have in mind. Next up is a very simple little figure, and this is the Mego Decker figure from the Star Trek The Motion Picture. Now, stupidly, a while back I sold all of the Star Trek motion picture figures that I had, and I'm now slowly collecting them again because I regret doing it. So far I've just got Scotty, and this is now Decker that is added to the list, so there's quite a lot still to go, but he's in really relatively nice condition. He was £4, a little bit overpriced I think, but I was already at the toy fair, so it seemed a shame to leave him, so I picked that one up as well. And then next up is another Action Man. I picked this up from Lawrence at Toy Planet UK. He's a guy that I speak to and sort of buy from quite regularly when I go to these toy fairs, and he's always got a good selection of Action Man stuff. This is a relatively cheapish sort of Action Man. He was £20 because he's got a little sort of few marks on him. His leg is a bit cracked here as well, and his eyes and face need a good clean up. But this is the blue pants era of Action Man that I prefer over all of the others, and they tend to always be a little bit more expensive, I guess because they are more sort of easily broken really, and there doesn't seem to be that many of them out there. Well, when you do find them, they do tend to be broken, so £20 is a pretty reasonable price for him, but he's a good one to add to my collection. I've got a few outfits already waiting that he can go and sit in, so that was why I got him. And that's it for what I bought. There were other few bits and bobs that were quite tempting, but as I'm not really after anything in particular at the moment, I was trying just to get a few small bits rather than trying to overbuy for my collection, because sometimes you can just buy stuff for the sake of buying it, and these are things that are all useful to me, especially the snow speeder here, because you will see that in future videos. And as you do know, I really do like Skeletors. I cannot not pick up a Skeletor. There was another one there, but I didn't bother buying it because I think 1 per show is enough at the moment. So carry on watching after this, and you'll see more clips and footage from the toy fair and see what other bits and bobs were available. And thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching Toy Polloi. Subscribe for more great videos. Thanks for watching Toy Polloi. Subscribe for more great videos.